Week 2, FMP. I decided to begin my brief deconstruction. The first thing I did was open up the distinction example I was given and analyze how it was structured, and I used it to my advantage. I then opened up my previous brief deconstruction from last year and compared the distinction example to see how I can improve my merit to a possible distinction. I began my deconstruction with the brief, opening on another window, noting down what was required alongside what was being assessed. I was able to deconstruct 3 of the 8 tasks required before the day ended and plan to finish the rest tomorrow. I immediately continued with the deconstruction, looking at examples provided on the notes, the tutor provided, and sped through it with ease. It wasn't too hard to complete as last year's FMP was quite similar, and so I could note down what would be required from memory. Overall, this task wasn't too bothering, but I felt like I could have completed this task in one day. On Wednesday, I've decided to begin my brief analysis, and this may have been the most confusing task so far. It wasn't the hardest task, but according to my teacher, it was just a repeat of my proposal and SWOT analysis. I had to just write about my concepts, themes, my SWOT. I finished this rather quickly and just sat on my seat thinking to myself, if I should just use the rest of the lesson that I was meant to use for the brief analysis, or just slack off. Considering I had done it earlier than expected, I chose to slack off for a bit, which wasn't the best idea, as I could have gotten started with the next part of context, like a proposal or the pitch presentation. On Thursday, I started my treatment on synopsis, and just like the other previous units, I referred to the distinction. This was just like any task. I just put my head down, got to work immediately without any trouble. And I feel like this was just a great way to end the week. No problems on the way, and was ready to start my proposal, pitch, and research.